Up next, it's time for the newest edition of our Sports Zone Champions Chat segment, where our own Noah Sacco is with one of our Iowa High School boys wrestling state champions.
Our third and final boys Iowa State champion in the building for our newest Sports Zone Champions Chat. And he's hailing from Akron Westfield, junior and Class 1A 113 state champ Cael Morrow, joined by head coach John Sievert. Guys, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Cael, I want to start with you. Working your way through that 113 bracket, a tech fall, 2 decisions, and then a huge major decision to bring home the title. With you finishing as a state runner-up last year, how much more gratifying was that moment for you this year?
I mean, it was super nice, super gratifying. You know, it sucked losing in the finals last year, but, you know, I used that as motivation, training extra hours, working all summer, you know, had that in my mind the whole entire time in that up there at state. And, yeah, just super nice, yeah.
Coach, you've seen how dominant Cael was last year, his sophomore year, up until that final match, right? So his junior year, same story, and he finished on top. What did you notice? Really, what was different about Cael's wrestles this year compared to years prior that, you know, allowed him to finish the way he did?
I would say more experience. It definitely went a long ways for him. Being prepared this state tournament compared to last, and emotions, you know, they were under control. But Cael wrestled a phenomenal tournament this year. He knew what he had to do. He had his mindset on what was going to happen, and the way he did it this year was phenomenal. He really controlled every match, dominated each position, and, you know, let it fly. He had a great time and ended on top, exactly where he wanted to.
Cael, you've qualified for state all 3 years of your high school career. That's pretty incredible. And you didn't lose to an Iowa opponent this year. I mean, that's just unheard of. So I remember you telling me that you were coming from the title from day one at the well. How did you keep yourself so focused?
I mean, you know, same thing after losing finals last year. You know, that was in my mind the whole time. Yeah, really keeps you focused, you know, taking a loss like that. I mean, I knew what I was coming for. I mean, I was still the second seed, and I still had that in my mind the whole time. And I don't know, just staying focused because of what happened last year. I think that honestly gave me the most drive and helped me stay focused most of the whole tournament.
Coach, Cael claiming the 8th individual state title in program history, joining some pretty elite company. But what's special about Cael that's really given him the opportunity to be in the same breath as one of the Westerner greats?
Yeah, I think Cael pretty much did the same thing that the rest of them did, and the same mindset, which was work their butt off, put the extra time in the room, do the little things right as far as dieting, extra workouts, school. So for him to be in that level with those elite guys is very special. And, you know, I'm pretty blessed to have a guy like that in the room that busts his butt and keeps everybody else on task. It makes my job pretty easy when I got a guy like that.
It certainly does. And last thing for you, Cael, an incredible high school career for you so far, and you've got one more left. So what's the mindset heading into a senior season, hopefully with a chance to go back-to-back?
I mean, honestly, you know, getting the taste of it this year, honestly, I just want to get that same taste next year and hopefully go on to wrestle college after high school. You know, that's the same goal, win state, be a 2-timer, 3-time finalist. Yeah, I'm excited.
Sounds like some pretty great goals to me. Well, Cael, Coach, thank you both so much for joining me. And once again, Cael, congrats on winning it all in Wells Fargo Arena. You've definitely earned it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cael Morrow, the 1A 113 state champion. That'll be a wrap on another Sports Zone Champions Chat.